5 children killed in a crash on a local highway.
This is a tragedy, but there's an explanation for it.
Clifford Helm, the man state troopers say is responsible, now admits he was impaired, but still says the crash was not his fault. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Clifford Helm says he was unconscious in the seconds before the crash that nearly wiped out the Schrock family. 5
children were killed and their father, Jeff Schrock, seriously injured in that 2005 wreck on Highway 395 north of Spokane. KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey live at the Spokane County Courthouse where Clifford Helm detailed his defense today.
Well, you know, I think we have all tried to hold back a cough or sneeze when we're driving. It usually doesn't work, and when it happens, for that brief second, our eyes are closed, our head's down in the steering wheel, you can't see where you're going, it's kind of scary. Well, Clifford Helm says that's exactly what happened to him, only he was coughing so hard, he lapsed into unconsciousness. Today in court, the defense was the first to admit that Clifford Helm did cause this crash that killed 5 children in 2005.
This is a man that is tortured by the thoughts of this accident, a man who understands and accepts the responsibility for his vehicle being on the opposite side of the roadway.
Helm says the reason his truck went out of control that day is a medical condition he never knew he had, a recurring cough that lasted so long Helm fainted behind the wheel.
What occurs with a syncope, ladies and gentlemen, is that there is a transient loss of consciousness. In other words, a short-term loss of consciousness that results in fainting or near fainting.
However, prosecutors say tire tracks at the scene show Helm must have been conscious because he made several deliberate course corrections during the 17 seconds and 1,500 feet that his vehicle was out of control.
During that time, there's no evidence whatsoever that he lost any speed at all. He was going to drive through this. Kept up his speed. Didn't touch his brakes once.
Now, defense attorneys did use the term impaired today, but we know from blood tests that Helm was not impaired by drugs or alcohol. They mean that he was medically impaired. However, prosecutors say combined with his cell phone use that day, that Helm's driving was reckless on the day of the fatal crash, and that is why he should now be held criminally responsible for the deaths of 5 children. Reporting live at the courthouse, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.